when you think about your country, Ukraine, natural resources, plenty. It's a beautiful place, a lot of incredible natural resources that a lot of people are interested in, that they want. Russia, when you think about the number one country in the world in natural resources, it's Russia, $75 trillion of natural resources. A lot of these big companies want to get into Russia, right? There's a concept called economic hitman. I don't know if you're familiar with this author. He was a guy that wrote a book on economic hitman. He comes to your country. He says, I'm going to bring some companies, and they're going to invest $10 billion in your country. When they do, that's what he used to do. This man right here, John Perkins, was an economic hitman. He would go to different countries, and he would tell them, we're going to come here. We're going to do this. We're going to put $10 billion into your country. If you don't, we're going to do something to you. And on the back end, sometimes they pay these people, right? Story comes out on rebuilding Ukraine, right? Rob, if you can pull up the story. Rebuilding Ukraine, $400 billion. I think it's Chase and I want to say BlackRock, $400 billion. Is this the one? Zelenskyy, BlackRock announced new investment initiative to rebuild Ukraine. And can you do Control F400 to see if it goes to it? There you go. Ukraine established a program to attract up to $400 billion in foreign investments to target various areas of the economy, from clean energy to defense to natural resources. Zelenskyy believes this is the greatest opportunity in Europe since World War II. Do you think the motive of others, not Zelenskyy, let's set his motive aside. Do you think there's a motive of others to have war because now they can raise money and come in and build infrastructure and make more money? Do you think there's profit as a motive to have this war and continue the war?
From whose side? Our side, Ukrainian side? Or U.S. side?
Not from his side, from not even the American side, from the banking and the financial sector.
I don't think that they arranged the war, but they definitely use its results, that's for sure.
Got it. Okay, so then that's still your position is more noble. They didn't promote the war, but if it happens, hey guys, let's capitalize. We're going to go make a bunch of money.
Why
and let's
not?
make
Of course, why not?
Okay, I got you. Okay, so that's interesting that you're saying that. That's good to know for us.
You're going to think I'm crazy when I tell you this, but the last 13 and a half years, I've been working on my first fiction book to write, ever. Fiction book to write. And while I finished this book, a year ago, I got the strangest phone call about one of the characters in the book where the guy wanted to meet with me, and he read the book. And afterwards, is like, wait a minute, am I the villain in the book? This is a story about a character named Asher, who is half Armenian, half Assyrian, whose father was involved in the Iranian Revolution, linked to Savak, working with the Shah, that they escape and he gets recruited to a secret society. Well, when you go to the secret society, it's been around for a couple thousand years. They've developed some of the craziest leaders of all time. And they test you. There's unique tests that they have at this society where they test to see your emotional mental toughness. One of the tests that they have is very rigorous. It's purely mental. Of course, there's a physical one, but one is mental and emotional. If you're Armenian, if you're Syrian, if you're Persian, this is a book you're going to be reading and saying, holy moly, this is the kind of stuff you talk about in here? Yes. If you're somebody that's fascinated by history, this is a book for you. Characters. There's a technology that this society, secret society, builds where you go into a vault. I won't spoil it for you. When you go down, they have a technology where you get to sit down and watch and have a 3-4 hour conversation with Tupac. You can set up a debate between Karl Marx and Ayn Rand. Karl Marx is in the book, who wrote Communist Manifesto. Ayn Rand, who wrote Atlas Shrugged, is in the book. Marilyn Monroe explains the concept of seduction and sex in the book. When you read the book, it's about development of the next leaders in the world and how they do it and how they've been doing it for many years. And it's also about how to prevent the end of civilization and how this organization goes about doing it. So, I've never written a parenting book before, but if I ever wrote a parenting book, this is the closest thing to it because it's all mindset, a lot of crazy stories. Again, 13 and a half years. Trust me, I told myself I will not publish this book until I sell my insurance company and I'm fully disconnected from it, where it's no longer my responsibility 100%. When you read this, if you're a creative person, if you like fiction books, if you enjoyed Atlas Shrugged, or if you enjoy Divergent, if you like books like that, I think you're going to enjoy reading this book. It's the creative side. Business books is very easy. Here's how you do it. Here's how this how it works. This is very creative. If you haven't placed the order yet, now you can order it on Simon & Schuster, Amazon, I'm going to put the link up below somewhere here, maybe even in my profile. Go order the book and read it. I've never written a book where I can't wait to read your reviews to see what you think about this book. So I'm going on this wild journey, and we have some plans with this book here. If you support the things that I work on, I would appreciate you going and reading the book, order the book on Amazon, and then post a review. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.